might be a little heavy on the hand, but I learned from living life on the land.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's kick this off, shall we?
Okay.
All right.
Kick
I'm
it
ready.
off.
Let's go.
Yeah. You're like,
All right. Let's go.
like a hunter.
Howdy. Welcome to this week's episode of Vikings, Outlaws, and Cowboys. I'm your host, Vico the Bearded One. You can call me JT for short. And as always, I am joined by Alex, the Jarl Martinez, who's looking super fly today. Oh, man. 3 nights in a row of trying to do podcasts.
Dude, trying.
Oh, yeah.
Trying.
We got a lot to talk about with the last podcast. But before we do, are you still dry?
Yeah. Still dry.
That's good. How's your workout program going?
It's like going.
Yeah, you feeling like motivated to lift every day?
And I'm not motivated at all.
Yeah,
But
sure.
I've been doing it. Like yesterday I took a break because we thought we were gonna have to do a podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd fucked it off all day. And I was expecting to do it last night. And then you're like, we got a podcast. And I was like, no, we don't. We already did that this week. And which we'll get into later.
Mm-hmm.
So
foreshadowing.
Foreshadow. Dun dun dun. But I just use it as a rest day. So I will work out tonight.
Well,
So, you got to get, it's like my favorite is like, curls for the girls and tries for the guys.
Yeah.
And tonight is like back, and it's just not my favorite.
So I got lit. I think I got back tonight as well, doing some deadlifts, a lot of lat pulls. Yeah, tonight's fucking back. So I might have got a little bit lit last night.
Did you? No way.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. How many hours of meetings in a row were we on together?
Yeah, the boat was lit.
Okay, I wasn't lit. I was definitely I was happy. I wasn't lit.
Yeah, you had a solid buzz going. Boat was lit.
Bro, he was on his way to Cursive Alex. No, Calligraphy Alex. He was real close. Yeah, so I was like, oh shit, I gotta do this workout. So, Vika and myself upstairs, I take 5-pound weights for her, and I take 15-pound weights for me, right? And so I've been following, like, this is just like a burnout for your buys and tries, like absolute fucking horrible burnout.
Worst. It's like when the weight of your arms becomes heavy. Yeah.
So you do hammer curls as fast as you can to 60.
Oh god.
And then you immediately stop and you lay on your back, flat on the ground, and then you do skull crushers to 100, and you do that 3 times.
Ouch.
Guess how far I made it?
80, and I think you got all the hammer curls.
So I didn't make it all the way through all of them because my arms were smoked by the time. Like
did you get
I got to
halfway
40
through the second set? You're like,
well, no, I did all 3 sets. The first time I got to 50, and I was like, they're going to drop this in my face.
Yeah.
and then I was like, I got to the point, and it was like, I was doing the hammer curls, and I was like, okay, we can do this. Okay, we can do this. We're still doing this. It's good. And then all of a sudden it was like, my arm is retarded. It was like sitting there trying to use a strong hand, and I was trying to lift this weight up and use a strong hand. And yeah, dude, it was brutal. But I finished it. I did 3 sets. I ended up doing half of what the actual workout was for each of them to finish.
Mm-hmm.
So I did. And like my arms are like literal toast today. Like I was trying to pick that sink up, and it's like a little bit awkward. And I'm like, oh god, why is the thing so heavy? So it was a bit ridiculous. I am not doing dry-uary because this is an annual January kind of time of the year. But now that I'm not doing January with my dear friend, I am doing whiskey whenever the fuck I want days.
So I've decided that, I've known this for a long time, right? Like beer is bad. Like,
yeah.
Like whatever the fuck they're like spraying on the grain now or whatever
Mhm.
is has changed beer.
Yeah.
Like I'm 100% like believer in what Bobby Kennedy Jr. said about
Mhm.
the shit that they're fucking spraying on like the wheat and barley and shit like that.
Yeah.
And I really think that it's having like an effect on the beer, because like I remember, and it might be age, but I don't think that's like a contributing factor, because like even like 2 years ago, you just fucking pound beers, just smash beers, and be pretty much okay.
Yeah.
But now it's like, dude, fucking pound beers and you get all fucking bloated and shit. Like I've gone since the whole month so far. So I'm 10 days in and I'm barely getting away from the bloating from beer. Like my stomach is barely starting to go back down.
It's interesting because when we drink mead or hard liquor, we don't experience any of that shit. And this is obviously not a ploy for the Bearded Viking Mead
Drink our
Company.
booze. Fuck beer,
Let's-
drink our booze.
There's also that too.
Okay.
But like the reality of it is that I have this thing lately where if I drink 2 beers, just 2 out of a can, right? Like I get so tired. I'm not drunk. I don't get drunk off 2 beers. But I just get so tired, and I'm definitely bloated from it. And you can feel it in your hands.
Yeah. In your fingers?
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
weird. If I drink a beer or 2, I can't wear this ring, my 22 kill ring.
Mhm.
I can't. It won't. And if I leave it on my hand,
Dead.
fucking gonna have to
Just cut your
deglove
finger
my
off.
finger. Yeah, fuck
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, you're gonna have to nick it. You're gonna have to fingers it.
Gonna have to like. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's an inside joke there for Halverson or something.
No. I meant Nicky Fingers. I meant my cousin Nick.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's right.
Pop them
That's
off,
right.
baby.
Fuck it, whatever. Just go full Ronnie Lott on it, I guess. Right.
Yeah, dude. Just
Interesting.
take the glove with you. Yeah, I'm finding it really weird, and I don't. That's like the only thing that I can think of that changed, because I could like drink the same amount of whiskey or have gin or whatever, and I'm fine.
Mhm.
But like, fucking start doing 12-ounce curls, dude. And I love drinking beer too, especially golfing. But I'm gonna have to like mix like a jug of JMO or something now, or fucking.
You're just gonna have to roll some Utagli, bro. You named
I
it.
I was gonna say put some meat on chill in the cooler or something.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And just fucking get tatered. I'll be cleaning the golf course by the time.
Dude, you're gonna start hitting fucking ace shots,
Just
and you're
bombs.
not gonna be alive to remember them in your brain for a minute
Oh,
because
yeah.
you're gonna be fucking
Well,
toasted.
And like we're trying or trying to join a
A
private
men's league?
Yeah, no, a private course out here.
Must be
So we can park on the putting green, part of the
Mhm.
country club.
nice.
So we're trying to join. We'll find out like March or April or whatever.
Wait,
Well,
hold on. Do you have to like submit an application, and do they have to like do references, peer-reviewed references and shit?
Oh,
on
yeah.
this, or
100%. Like it's in the fucking bylaws. Like I'm pretty sure that we'll be in, because I'll be like the EO hire. They'll see
that's
like
fair.
Martinez and they're like, we got enough Joneses and Johnsons. We need the EO hire.
What they don't know is that you're more bougie than them.
Dude, they don't even know that I speak of the English.
That's fair. They also probably think they're going to get a discount on their greens being mowed.
Yeah, 100%.
For sure.
Yeah. I'm not seeding that shit. I'm not even gonna fix my divots. Suck it.
Yeah. No. Man, I understand. So if you get through your interview process or whatever the fuck you're going through for golfing, does that mean you can bring friends? Like,
Yeah.
when I'm in town, I can come with
Yeah,
you,
you
right?
can country club. Yeah.
do
You
I
just
get
have to
like
have a collared shirt?
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
I have
Hi,
lots of
my
those.
name's Viko.
Just yeah.
I'm gonna. You're like.
I'm
You're
just
not even
gonna-
gonna have to wear one, but I'm just gonna have them hand it to you at the clubhouse like it's a thing.
My
You have
favorite
to wear.
my favorite part is I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna meet him, and they're gonna be like, "I know you from somewhere," and I'm gonna be like, "No, you don't. It's nothing." And they're like, "Oh, well, you know what? You're an honourary member. You don't have to pay any dues or fees." And you're gonna literally look at me,
wish.
dude. You're gonna look at me like, "Fuck you, bro."
You wish.
It's not gonna really happen.
Definitely not. So it's funny, we were making fun of it, right? So we bought these Bogey Bros. They make these fucking funny ass golf shirts, like colored shirts.
Yeah.
One has like the Ass Man license plate on it from Seinfeld.
Yeah.
So it has like a New York license plate, just small, and it says Ass Man on it. Then there's like this other one that's called the Whale Tail. It just looks like butts with a thong on it, but you can't really tell. It just looks like a pattern on a shirt until you get up close. So we definitely got those.
I want to do like a BVMC Marpack look.
That would be dope. We totally should.
Dude, like literally like just like 3 or 4 of our faces and just like fucking staggered and camouflage as shit. Yeah, just like
so like I'll be like the brown face.
Yeah.
I'll be like the brown.
And I'll be the white one. And then we could just have
we'll have Doc be like the yellow one.
Yeah, and then or like the tan one or whatever. Yeah. And then we could have Tito be the blackface.
What color American are you?
It'd be great, dude. God, that'd be great. Actually, hey, so since you're editing this, your next assignment for this next year is that. I'm just gonna leave you that, and
The
you know what I'm talking to. Marpat.
Hey, so I know I'm not drinking, but I gotta give a shout out about this whiskey, this conspiracy. We talked about it before, but then we lost that podcast. It's pretty fucking good. Like, it's Alex Jones's, right? And it's patriotic as fuck, all the labeling. And it comes with a black light. So everywhere that there's black on the bottle, you shine the black light and it fucking like reveals like all the words.
Oh.
And it's got like rules of survival, like under tyranny and shit. It's fucking cool. And it's actually pretty good bourbon.
That's not bad at all. That's awesome. It's actually a pretty good
I mean,
like
the
segue.
name of it? The name of it?
The segue.
The name of it.
The conspiracy. Okay. So we're not really always into conspiracy. A lot of the stuff we talk about is paranormal, which is like in its own, I guess, a conspiracy
it's like
theory.
quasi.
Yeah, it's like whatever. So we had an experience, man. Oh God, and we had a journey on that experience.
Yes, we did.
So do you want to recap or do you want me to? Because I usually go long-winded.
Now, I think this one, it's okay to be a little bit long-winded because it was a podcast, which we found.
Yeah.
We were able to like pull it out of the depths of
somewhere. Yeah. So
yeah.
So for everybody who if you jump into this week's episode, you need to go back to episode 36. You got to listen to it. It'd be better if you actually went online and watched that episode on YouTube. I don't really drive people to YouTube because YouTube doesn't drive people to us. So,
no.
But this one is one you have to see. All right, so here's a
because
yeah,
all the cool fun things that we did in it,
dude. That was a trip. So, as a recap, right? So, I saw online, probably TikTok or somewhere when I was supposedly supposed to be posting a video of something that I was doing for the meadery, which I didn't post anyways. And I saw the aliens in Miami and the big giant cover up. So, backstory. Like apparently 40 juveniles were lighting off firecrackers and fighting in a store or in the mall. Although 40 juveniles were not arrested. They arrested 4 individuals. That's it. And they called an all alert to the mall in Miami, the Bayside Mall in Miami.
Yeah, there was like 200 cars that showed up.
Yeah. So it was like 100. I think the actual number was like 160 police officer or police cars showed up, 200 officers. They turned the police scanner off or whatever whatever that is. Yeah, police scanner, I guess. I don't know what
crazy is that shit.
It's nuts for.
And there was helos in the air.
Black helos.
Yeah, those are always the scary kind. Those fly over my house from time to time.
Yeah, right.
Going to a specific place out in the desert.
And a blackout. They cut power to the mall. Like, you're not doing that for a brawl.
No, hell no.
You sure as fuck ain't doing that for a brawl with fireworks and potential whatever threat, right? It's not gonna happen.
Well, I'm sorry, but like even like 40, I've heard 60, even if it was like just teenagers, like in the mall being assholes, like, do you send 200 cops to
Nah.
shut down that teenage revolt? Because the second they hear sirens or cops coming in,
They
like,
bolt.
gone.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
at least we used to. I don't know
Yeah.
about kids these days are
That's
retarded. So
that's true.
hard R.
Hard R.
Hard R. So all right. So that's the story, right? And then of course the police release we just did this thing and they called all cops to show up, and because we didn't know if we could contain the 14 to 18
Those
year old
goddamn kids with the
Those
fireworks.
Get off my mall. Fucking little shitheads over here running amok.
Oh, you're
I had
shooting
a fun-
fireworks off?
I might as well go over there and find your mom. Who's your parents?
Give me your mom's phone number.
We're gonna go talk to him. You're a
You
vandal.
assholes.
Fuck.
Yes.
So
That's what it seemed like, right?
dude, that's what like I don't like all the things that happened in Florida. That's what gets the phone call.
Oh, I know.
Like that doesn't make sense. There's so much
Florida
other
man.
crazy shit.
Florida man is there. It's Florida.
Florida man is wrestling 42 alligators and having sex with pigs. Nobody bats an eye.
No.
Teenagers fighting in a mall?
Fucking
Fucking
whole 200.
world. Fuck it. We're going.
Send them all. Send the whole fucking Miami-Dade.
So
Please.
fucking crazy. So the TikToker, they're fucking crazy to me. So the TikToker, right? Or whatever. I think it was a TikToker. And it's been reposted like a million times, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So
it's
said,
been beat to death now.
Yeah. So she said that you could take the latitude and switch it with the longitude. So the latitude and longitude of Bayside Mall, Miami. By the way, just so you know, we found out there's 2 Bayside malls in Florida. There's 2.
Yeah. Yes, we did.
There's actually 3 in the nation. One's in Pennsylvania, which doesn't make any sense because Pennsylvania's not near a bay. But fuck it, whatever.
It's the Pennsylvania Bay.
Yeah. So if you take the latitude and longitude, and you just for the Bayside Mall, and you flip them, so the latitude becomes the longitude and the longitude becomes the latitude, it takes you to fucking Antarctica.
Yeah, a very specific place in Antarctica,
which we'll get to in a moment.
Foreshadow.
By the way, whoever you are in Washington D.C., fuck off. We know that you're listening. Like we aren't doing anything that everybody else hasn't done yet. Okay?
And we are not suicidal.
Not a damn part of us.
No.
Neither are our family, neither are our friends, none of that shit, right? Well,
No.
we probably know people who are, but
And
we're working on it.
Shotgun to the back of the head is not suicide.
Yeah.
Looking
Like
at
they're
you,
literally, they're yes, we do. Like they're literally mentally. We need to get some rights to the MASH theme song for that statement.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not anyway. So the thing that's crazy is I started off on I can't remember, some latitude longitude thing. It was like the first one to pull up when I did a Google search for latitude and longitude, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
and
you
then
did it first because you're like, I'm not gonna do it, and then you did it.
Yeah, well, if they're gonna get me, they're gonna get you. So.
Well, you were like gonna leave it up to the people to do it, right?
Yeah.
And then you
I looked at
not.
it. I know it was like, don't touch the nuclear codes. I'm gonna touch it. Boop boop. Fucking for real. So I pulled it up, and so Bayside Mall, and you're like, this isn't Pennsylvania, because I was just pulling up the latitude.
Yeah, you were giving. Yeah, and I was typing.
Right, and you were typing in, and then I said Bayside Mall, Florida, right? And it took us to Bayside Mall, Tampa, and you're like, this isn't Bayside Mall in Miami, and I was like, oh. And then I just hit backspace, Bayside Mall, Miami, Florida. And it was like, boop, you're gone. You can't use this anymore. No. I was like, no, what the fuck? So I had to go into incognito mode and type it in.
Yeah. And then while I'm typing it in, we moved from Pennsylvania, which Pennsylvania was fine. Tampa Bay was fine. But when we went from Miami to Antarctica and then tried to figure out what was there in Antarctica, done. Shutter. Yeah. It didn't go black. It went totally white, and I couldn't move in, out, up, down, couldn't rotate, couldn't even get back to Miami, couldn't do anything
Yeah.
with Google Maps. It was over. It was over and done with.
So this leads me to think. So there's two theories that we have on this. So we have Alex's theory, which is wrong, and then we have my theory, which is right. So here's the theory that's wrong.
Makes sense.
The theory that's wrong is that there's the Project Bluebeam that's happening, and the government started that night in a little bit too early in Miami, right?
Right.
So that's the wrong theory.
Right.
I'm gonna leave it there. The
Think so.
correct theory is that
Huh.
there was an alien mom and dad, and they were coming down, and they're going through the MIB base that's in Antarctica. That's the
Well,
port of entry.
They were just coming for vacation. They were
Yeah,
trying to
they're
check
just
out, trying to
they're
check
not
out
even-
some whales.
They were coming to the port of entry, and then they're going to go from there. They got to check in, bro.
Yeah.
They got to check in.
Get their skin suit.
Yeah, whatever it is, they got to get their human issued skin suit in Antarctica, and then they shuttle them wherever they need to go. So that way they're always tracked. Well, Dad got tired of being asked to pull over along the fucking car ride, and he mixed up his coordinates
Yeah.
in his
They
GPS.
Weren't doing a bathroom again.
No, we're not fucking doing the bathroom again. No,
No.
we just fucking pulled over. We just left.
Yeah.
I am not gonna beat Google Maps if you don't
Yeah.
let me go.
Yeah. We're not stopping at Astronaut Burger.
Yeah. So my theory is that aliens are much like humans in the fact that they fucked up with their directions.
And he wasn't stopping to ask for help.
No,
And he didn't
no,
want to
no.
look at a map. He had
And-
his longitude and latitude.
Yeah, man. Why would you need to? He knows
Yeah.
what's up.
Fuckers.
So fucking crazy. So
So Miami looks exactly nothing like Antarctica, by the way. And we found that out once Google Maps came back up.
mhm.
And so it didn't actually, I digress. It didn't come back up for me, but I switched over to DuckDuckGo and I typed in ice shield, and there's a base. And the GPS coordinates were like right in the middle of bumfuck nowhere, Antarctica, before it shut down. Wouldn't let you zoom in, wouldn't let you zoom out, wouldn't let you go, laterally. And then I DuckDuckGo'd it, and there's a fucking base there called Ice Shield. What happens at this base? I don't know. I have no fucking idea.
I kind of have a lot of questions about this. I've been advised by people who love and care about me to not ask the questions, so I'm still gonna do it.
But now that we've got the shotgun to the back of the head, is not suicide, and that we're both happy and not
Yeah.
suicidal. Now that we got that out of the way.
And we told the folks in Washington D.C. we're not the only ones doing this. I'm sorry, but like you guys got to fix your shit. Like I don't know.
But we did say that we will take a payout to stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
just fund the metery. Like
Yeah.
completely fund it.
yeah, like lump sum.
That's it. Yeah, just one lump
Just-
sum. We're good.
Just blank check us like you did the Ukraine, and we'll stop talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take like a tenth of what you guys have paid the Ukraine.
I'll feel like I got some of my taxpayers pay your dollars back.
And you know what we'll do if we get that blank check? We're definitely going to give back to the communities.
Yeah.
We're going to build an ice shield.
We will end fucking homelessness in the United States.
Dude,
But we'll
Right.
stop talking about it.
Yeah.
Stop talking about it.
you guys got to fund them though. After we're that and whatnot. So I'm sorry, but also at the same time, if you're a politician listening, you're already richer than us and you don't care. You're probably going to murder us anyways. We know how these back alley deals go. It's fine.
Dun, dun, dun.
Not a conspiracy theory. It's actually a documented fact. So here's the questions that I want to know, and I want to bounce these off of you. So they're gonna come at
Okay.
rapid fire.
Oh, rapid fire. Okay, let's go.
Not really. They're gonna be
Okay.
thought out questions. So first thing, Admiral Byrd and his adventures into Antarctica. What did
Okay.
he say? Like, so for those that listen that say one guy didn't document his shit with the Smithsonian and blah blah blah. Oh, listen, there's a video of Admiral Byrd and his writings and all of his men's writings are
Yeah. And his diary that his son found, which everybody's been like, oh, it wasn't a real diary. It's like
Mhm.
there's a lot of shit in there to just be made up all of a sudden.
yeah.
Like,
So Admiral Byrd was the first person to go explore Antarctica.
with a
Right.
task force.
Yeah.
Wasn't the first person, but the first military entity.
Everybody else
or
just thought it was a
person.
really big fucking a
Well-
really big iceberg.
Well, there's that one dude that like went, the pictures of him with the big fur coat and one leg that like chiseled his way out of an avalanche with like his own frozen turd or something. I'll look it up. It's a real guy. The dude's a
Yeah.
fucking beast.
Yeah, he's the dude from the old Rudolph series with the fucking dentist and shit, right? Like he hangs out with the abominable snowman.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
You do.
No,
Shut the fuck. Your
I-
childhood could not be that bad.
I really don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But
You
the
are-
guy,
You're crazy. Fuck off. I don't believe you.
I don't know what you're talking about, dude. But yeah. So first military expedition to Antarctica, Admiral Byrd, and it was like a fucking carrier group, not a carrier group, but it was a fucking big group of ships. I'll look it up and see how many ships there were. But it was right after World War II. It was right after we beat the Nazis.
This is Nancy's.
These Nazis.
Listen. Okay.
Okay, I'm listening.
I have no idea how you didn't see this growing up. I'm actually more concerned about you.
Don't be.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, I can't remember his name.
I don't actually know. Yeah. I don't know
Klondike
what that is.
Jack.
Yeah, I don't know what Klondike Jack is.
Bro, I'm sending you the picture in the Teams chat right now. This is fucking happening. I cannot believe that you don't know who this is.
Yeah, I
So,
have no clue.
hold on. There's a lot to this right now. Well, we're unpacking a lot again, people. Sorry. But some people have never experienced childhood. I'm gonna have to have a conversation with mom and pop and like fucking ask them questions of like what is happening here. All right, why were you not attached? You don't be doing that. Okay. Upload. Here you go. This coming at you. Anyway, so he literally was a dude who was one of the first explorers, and he was in an avalanche and like had to dig out with of that avalanche.
Yeah, it was Peter Freuchen. But yeah, he saved his own life with a poop chisel.
Interesting facts that I didn't want to learn today.
6'7". The dude's a monster.
Well, yeah, okay, so it was actually a sledgehammer. It wasn't a chisel.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I should have chiseled.
Yeah.
Like that is not a.
I mean, he was pretty much working on the railroad at that point.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
ice. That ice
Something.
never stood a chance.
Yeah, basically. He's like Paul Bunyan. But nah. So all right, anyway, it's in the chat. So you can see
Okay.
it.
Is it there now?
It's there now. Yeah. All right. So Admiral Byrd. Let's get back to that. So
Yes.
Admiral Byrd does this adventure. Like back when adventures were like absolutely adventure-y, right? And he goes with a task force to Antarctica, and like I think he lost a few of his men, right?
I don't think they lost anybody, but
I
there
thought they
was.
lost they hold on.
I know
Oh,
that
hey.
they turned around. They turned around real quick.
Yeah, so he went on. He's an American naval officer, American aviator, polar explorer, and organizer of polar logistics, aircraft flights, which he was the leader of. Yeah, dude. So he took everybody or his task force down there. And when he was down there, he was explaining that, like he said, that Antarctica is so vast that you'd never be able to explore it in your lifetime.
Yeah, and then like came his diaries and like the quick turnaround, right? And
Yeah.
they're like, well, they got the fuck out of there really fast and in a hurry. What happened? And
Right,
then it was
and
like fucking aliens, bro.
then right after that, what's the parallel that you're not allowed to travel past on in Antarctica? Is it 75th parallel?
Yeah, I think it's like 75th or something. Let's see. I mean, he died pretty shortly thereafter. Because he died in 1957, right? So,
Yeah, like he died like really quickly
like,
thereafter.
yeah, because he was
30
69.
Yeah, 16 areas restricted under Antarctic Treaty. There's 16 areas that are restricted. I didn't know there's 16.
Yeah, well, and the thing was too is like you weren't supposed to be able to take anything nuclear down there.
Mm-hmm.
And in right after World War II, well, I guess it wasn't right after, like 60s,
Close
we
enough.
took nuclear reactors down there. And the bases are powered, like a couple of them are powered by nuclear reactors. Like there's
Yeah.
I was looking at a program that was talking about how they actually were worried that it was going to have a meltdown because they built this reactor and they built it under the ice. Oh, hello guys. They built it under the ice and the ice started to shift. Well, it messed up the cooling system and there was all kinds of radioactive like fallout that was like going into the ice. And there was no way they could get the reactor out of the ice. Like it was too late. Fucking they they couldn't do anything. So basically this thing is buried in the ice, still there, buried in the ice.
Thank God it's cold down there.
Yeah. But I guess it's far enough inland that it doesn't really
How
matter.
fucking far inland is it? Like, is it like Ohio? Like, I just saw a map of Antarctica compared to the United States, and like Antarctica is like bigger than North America.
Oh yeah, I think it's like isn't it like the biggest continent?
I think
Even if you don't count the ice.
I thought it was Asia was the biggest continent.
Well, they overlook Antarctica.
That makes sense.
I don't know, I could be wrong. It does say Asia. Asia is the biggest. But what about fucking Antarctica?
I think
So
it's third. I think it goes.
it's
I think it if I think South America's bigger, but I don't know
yeah,
because like no, sorry, Africa is definitely bigger. Maybe it's fifth. I don't know. What are we?
It's Asia, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica, Europe,
Does Europe
Oceania.
really count?
I,
But when did they
see,
change Australia to Oceania as an as a fucking continent?
I don't know because Australia's fucking huge, but I'm wondering if like they really put the right land value to Antarctica anyway.
No, they didn't because nobody's like ever really mapped it out. There's not been like somebody's walked it.
I think there probably has though, right?
Well, I mean, as far as they can
Especially
walk.
at Ice Shield Antarctica, right?
Yeah. So we're not supposed to have military bases there either.
No, there's not supposed to be military bases. And there's not supposed to be nukes, but there's nukes down there. And
There's Men
military
in Black
bases?
headquarters. Men in Black headquarters is for sure.
Apparently.
Like, I would be remiss if we didn't bring this up. Do you or do you not think that there is a Statue of Liberty like Ellis Island down there welcoming aliens?
There's something down there.
Just totally. It's a port of entry. It's got to be. It's the only place in the world, and I mean this, the only place in the world where technology doesn't matter. Because, like, it's not going to work.
Well, like we've talked about like weird shit down there. And like
Giant
pyramids
spiders.
and yeah, giant spiders. Um yeah, like if you try and look up it was called Ice Shield, right?
Yeah.
I can't even pull it up now.
Yeah, so let's actually finish that part of the story up because we didn't. I don't think we finished that up. So we did this awesome podcast. It was great. Probably my favorite one outside of episode 10.
Since the last favorite one.
No, I think since episode 10. Like as far as just like really fun, not content. Well, content was raw and crazy and weird. Totally not planned out. Not that we actually do that. However, I thought it was my favorite one because of the things that happened on it. And like we were good. We hit stop recording. And like I was like, hey, Bo, you're gonna love that podcast. Got some nuggets for you. Got some little Easter eggs for you. And we couldn't find it. I spent 30 minutes doing it.
Yeah, just looking for it.
And Boat spent like 30 minutes looking for it. And
well,
like
he was
I
pulling
had
stuff out for it so he could be ready for it.
yeah. And so like and then the only way that it was gone. And then when we went into Microsoft to go look, you found it.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I got added to the team, right? You added me to the team, and then it was there for me. But it was not downloaded.
Yeah. So that was very strange, right? So I'm like, what the hell? So then we went into it and it refused to upload to our cloud services.
Right.
Right. So we spent an hour trying to figure it out and finally we got it. I had to restart my entire machine and go back in and look at it and then re-download it and re-upload it. It was a fucking pain in the ass. So it was weird because the cast disappeared. It was weird because of the situations that happened with me, that situations that happened with you. What ended up happening overall was a little intense. Are your chickens revolting?
Something is happening outside.
The boys home?
No. I'm all by my lonesome, dude. So if you see somebody walk in with a shotgun, I didn't suicide myself.
Probably you're gonna have to probably explain why your chickens got eaten by your neighbor's dog again.
By something, yeah.
So that was weird. And then we get into like Antarctica stuff, right? So Antarctica, I think is really the great unknown. Okay, because you got the firmament above us, and you can see it in multiple levels. Whether or not it's flat Earth theory or whatever, the reality is you can see it. And it's weird when you see it and you kind of start opening your eyes like you're waking up from the Matrix. It's weird to me that because like not too long ago we were fucking constantly sending each other flat Earth groups on Facebook to join to try to go fuck with.
Right. Well, I still think it's a globe, but I do think that there's a firmament.
I agree too.
I just think it's a lot bigger than we thought.
I think so too, and I think
or
like
we've been told.
Yeah, I've never done the math because I don't know how to do that math. If this golf ball is 1/1,000,000th of the size of the mass of Earth, and you can multiply this by XYZ and get the actual overall circumference of the globe. Bitch, what the fuck are you saying? If you could replace that 1/1,000,000th with like an infinite number, and you could just make the same statement.
I am looking now to see the names of the bases or research stations.
I do want to go to Antarctica.
I don't. They'll just get rid of us now.
Well, I mean, it's the only continent I haven't been to.
Yeah. So, and there's no base named Ice Shield.
Well, do you think it's a base, or do you think it's actually the ice shield, like the wall?
Well, no, I saw buildings there. There was buildings there.
Oh yeah, so like I mean, of course, like the with the ice wall or ice shield, it could be the actual shield around whatever versions of the globe we're on. That could be the name. But you said you saw buildings, right?
Yeah, I saw pictures of buildings that were there, and it wasn't McMurdo because I know what McMurdo looks like.
I don't know what that is. Is that like a
It's McMurdo Station. It's
is
the
it like a McRib is back kind of thing, or
kind of. It's like the station, the United States uh, base there, or one of the stations there.
oh the scientific exploration place?
Yes, one of the scientific research stations.
Yeah. Okay. So expanding on that. So do you think that it's an actually like the ice shield is actually a base? Do you think that it's like Dugway? You accidentally found Dugway
I don't
of
know
Antarctica?
because I cannot find it again. And now I'm kind of scared to type in the.
Let's do the coordinates, dude. I got you. Don't worry.
Okay, let's fuck it. Let's go. What are the coordinates?
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. Calm down, Kanye.
No, now. Give it to me.
You don't decide. Bayside Mall, Miami, Florida. Find. All right, cool. Got you. Ready? So for
Yep.
your latitude, -80.366,470.
366,470.
Your longitude will be 25.784,560.
Found it. Antarctic ice shield.
Screenshot that shit.
I don't. Okay. I don't know how to do that. From the computer.
Control Shift 4. Or Command Shift 4.
The layers are gone again.
So it's not an ogre. It doesn't have layers.
Nope.
Some bullshit. Interesting thing.
All the layers are gone.
Did you get a screenshot?
I'm working on it right now.
Okay. Let's get a screenshot. That way we have at least something on our computers that we can die for, I guess. I mean, whatever.
I mean, anybody can pull this up, but yeah, I don't know.
You're in Google Maps?
Yeah.
Or Google Earth?
Maps.
Google Maps. Cool.
There's no hotels there, just so you know.
What about so when you go to Google Maps, did you just type in?
Just type it in
under
in the search bar. Yeah.
Okay. So when you're doing it and you're typing it in, is it a comma afterwards, or
Nope.
did you just do a space?
Nope, just a space.
Neat. Can't wait to go see where we're going. This is going to be an adventure on my machine too. Excited. Okay. So Antarctic ice shield. Screenshotting this so you don't have to.
I already did it.
Okay, good. But yeah, there is no layers. But it definitely has photos.
There's photos there. Some are legit, some are not. But there is things there.
I'm going to zoom into the white. Nope, it won't let you zoom in.
No. It won't let you do.
Yeah. Google wants to know your location. Nah, bitch, blocked. Nope, don't want that. I hate it when they ask me that. Anyways.
Yeah. So.
Oh, dude. So if you click on the layers, all it does is have a fucking Tourette's moment.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything. It just stays.
Oh, I want to see if there's a biking application or transit.
There's no hotels. Already checked.
Air quality.
It's probably pretty good.
Street View.
I'm trying to do Street View right now. It's not working.
It said fuck off.
Anyway.
It says add your business. Should we stake a claim?
Yeah. Mine.
Okay, so that's a trip, right? That is an absolute trip.
So the podcast in and I've lost my words.
Huh. Alpha
To
Brand's
put
not
it all
Brandon for you.
yeah, to put it all together. Yeah, it's not Brandon. To put it all together, we made the podcast. We looked this shit up. We went a little bit deeper into it. So if you catch up on this week, go watch last week. Podcast disappeared. It didn't automatically download like it usually does. And then you couldn't see it. The boat couldn't see it. I got added to the team's chat. And then I could see it and download it. I was the wild card because I wasn't on the team's chat.
Mhm.
I could download it. We saved the podcast. So somebody out there was intending for us to not be able to get that podcast out there.
Yeah, super weird. Also, this base looks like shit. Like I would easily kick over half of these buildings by myself.
Yeah, it's not very big.
It's
That's
very,
what I'm
very-
saying is like there's got to be more underground.
This is not a very good looking shield. This is like you go to battle against knights with in iron and swords, and you took a leaf.
Do you
That's a-
see how even if you zoom out, like I'm at like 30,000 feet right now, and it finally came back.
Oh yeah. Well, you can zoom in and out on the photo all you want. That's fine.
Well, yeah, I just mean on the actual location,
It's just
and
like,
it's like directly south from the Horn of Africa.
oh yeah. Maybe it's
So
shielding itself from African invaders.
pirates.
Yar, matey. That's fucking super
Fucked
weird.
up. It's fucked
Super
up.
fucking weird, dude.
It's fucked up.
Why won't it let me go further around Antarctica?
I don't know.
Like
I
even
was having
zoomed out.
I was having that issue too.
Well,
It does not
alright.
have permission to use my location. Okay, that's good.
Right.
Anyway, so that's fucked up, and somebody's trying to hide it.
Mm-hmm. Whoever you are, somebody, don't worry, we don't care. Like it's for a small one-time payment to fund our meadery so we could retire would be great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Looking at you,
Um,
CIA person.
Yeah, DC folk, like if you're doing something in DC and you literally are listening to us and you haven't like concealed your VPN or whatever to somewhere else, like I'm not really worried about you. I'm worried about your friends. Don't tell your friends. Or tell your friends. I don't care. I don't fucking care anymore.
If you're listening in DC, put a comment in the box. Do the
Whatever.
comment.
Yeah. Go like, comment, subscribe. By the way, we have a goal this year.
What's
Our goal is to get to 500 subscribers.
That'd be
We're at
cool.
146 right now on YouTube.
We got a steep hill to climb.
I think that we just have a consistent hill to climb. Like I don't think it ever goes away.
We're like the little guy on Price is Right. Just
Yeah. You get that reference, but you didn't fucking get the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer with
not even a little bit.
Klondike Car. I want to fucking even know who you are.
I broke
right.
you. I broke your brain.
Yeah. You need to mail me some of that Alpha brand so I can get back to the real world of my life. All right. So the question is was somebody really interfering with us, right? So we have the theories that we have. We have Alex's wrong theory and my correct theory. And then we also have an understanding of what Antarctica is because we're circling back to Admiral Byrd. So he was there and he documented a whole bunch of shit. And his diary that it was quote unquote fantastical, or whatever, is crazy because it is a situation in which you have these stories of shit that doesn't make sense to the regular human. Like he's talking about how big it is comparatively to the rest of the world. He talked about beasts that he'd seen before, that he'd never seen before, that were living there. He was talking about like like oasis, like these oases that were like sustaining life from prehistoric times and shit. And like people were like, oh yeah, well he was just a crazy quack. Well, I mean,
I
he
mean,
was
he
a
was an admiral.
he was a decorated naval officer who was respected to the point where the Smithsonian didn't hide his shit.
Or do it well anyway. But the diary was found well after. The diary was found after his death.
Huh?
So, I don't know, man. There's a lot of weird shit out there, and there's a lot of stuff that was in that diary. And
Is it published anywhere? Can we read it?
yeah, I think the pages are published. I'd have to look and see where, but I've seen like interviews of people that have pages from it and everything. Um, when it comes to things he saw and the expedition, like there's talking about like there was aliens and there was nothing that we could do, so we turned around and left. There's also like the hints of a German base being there, World War II German base, and they didn't care that we lost the war; they were still there. And so I don't know. There's a lot of weird shit going on with that, and I think there's some weird shit that has like a correlation with that in the moon and the Germans as well.
The Germans.
The Germans.
The Germans.
There's a podcast. It's called Tor Says. And it's like Tori Says. And she actually goes into some of it, and she's a legit like inside lady when it comes to what's happening basically all around you.
Okay.
And I thought the same thing. I thought she was kind of like a false information agent, but a lot of the stuff that she says comes out and makes a lot of sense. So I don't know. There's definitely some weird stuff, and she was talking about Germans on the moon as well.
Well, they were really into a lot there.
They were really far along.
Yeah, some of Admiral Byrd's drawings in this diary are fucking crazy. By the way, you can just purchase Admiral Byrd's diary, the missing diary of Admiral Richard E. Byrd, on Amazon.
Oh yeah.
So, but it's got like a whole like drawing and depiction of what he saw, and like it's got the photos of him there. There's a couple of photos that he has of him on the ice shelf, which is normal. And then like some of his depictions of what Antarctica would potentially looks like, because when he was there, like they were mapping it out apparently. And Antarctica back then looks way different than Antarctica today. That's a trip.
Oh, it's like you talk about like all these stories about these dudes that like flew inland that were working down in Antarctica, or that were doing the resupply, and they flew like further inland than people are supposed to, and then like it was nice. It was like subtropical. It wasn't ice. There was like palm trees and weird shit. So I don't know. You or I couldn't get our pilot's license and fly there. We would be stopped.
No, like because it says like so Admiral Byrd's flight where he came in and left, land of advanced races, the city of Shambhala, mountains are higher on the outside, and it's got like the coordinates to like the pyramids of Gaza, the Dero caves, center of gravity apparently is listed on this, how it's built with like plastic basalt around the outside, basalt, granite, and sediments. Yeah, it says that there's a space base on this, and the picture he drew. That's fucking crazy. So I'm good with wrapping this up. Let's get into some men's mental health. I think that'd be a really good idea, man.
It's less get ourselves schwacked
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna go outside and there's gonna be a giant liger waiting to fucking suicide
Right.
me.
Christy wanted me to tell you hello.
Oh, tell her hello back. Or hello, Christy. I don't know where you're listening, so yeah, totally good. I know you're in North Carolina somewhere, but hello.
No, she's I don't know. She's on the road. She's in Arkansas. Normally.
Arkansas.
She's in Arkansas.
Oh, shit. Wait, why do we keep sending stuff to North Carolina to her? That's an interesting conversation that I have to have
We
with
don't
myself.
we haven't sent anything to North Carolina.
Maybe.
You better go fucking look at your email. Well, if it's going to North Carolina, she's getting all the packages. Anyway,
Okay. Um, yeah, that's cool. So what do you want to talk about for men's mental health? This is your agenda today. I'm excited about it.
I mean, you wanted to talk about confidence, and we're just ripping it off from
From Ron Swanson.
from Swanson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
From Spanton.
Spanton. It's Swanson now.
For real. Like, if he ever starts working for the Bearded Viking, that's gonna be his fucking email address.
Yeah, Swanson
Swanson.
at Bearded Viking.
.com. Anyway, no, dude, like we've talked about a lot of things for men's mental health, right? We've talked about brotherhood. We've talked about like the pillars of being a man. We've expanded on that. We've gone down some really great rabbit holes, like really awesome and enriching rabbit holes. But we've never talked about what confidence is.
We've legitimately just shot right over confidence.
Yeah,
We
man.
haven't-
Like we were that really strong cornbread kid shooting hoops in basketball, all the way over the top of the hoop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Couldn't dunk. Shot it over the top.
Just
Shot it over the
couldn't
hoop.
shoot from a mile away over the
Ankles
top.
like that big. Yeah, so I thought that was kind of odd. And then Swanson brought up confidence, and I thought it was kind of profound because we didn't really talk about it much.
So we had
It was implied, it's very
Yeah.
implied, but not specifically spoken about.
I think it's interesting because we had a conversation about it afterwards. Where we're trying to find those files that were actually corrupt. So it was interesting because it's like a lot of people when they meet us, they see our smiles and they see our laughter, and they have that kind of magnetic kind of draw to us as much as we have to them, right? We want to meet everybody, we want to talk to everybody, we want to be part of it, right? But like we make decisions, good, bad, or indifferent. Like we have that saying, there's the right way, the wrong way, and the bearded Viking way, which is the hardest fucking way possible.
Yeah.
And so like we meet all competition and all issues head on. And so like
and like people too, when we meet new people, I think every single time we've met a new person that's like recognized us or wanted to come talk to us, or even if they didn't know us and we're just meeting them for the first time, generally we meet them with the exact same energy that they meet us with. And if there's excitement, we meet them with the excitement. If but there's always confidence in it.
Yeah, we never. I think that's what we were talking about, is that we probably overshot it because it's just built into our DNA.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a huge part of being, a man. It's really important, and I'd probably even say being a female, because there's something about somebody who is confident in decision making, even if they look you in the eye and they know they're fucking dead wrong, but it's the decision they have to make. They do it. There's something about that those people, they typically don't run into weird problems.
Would you say that, like, through some of the rough times in your life, it was when your confidence was at a low?
I would absolutely say that. When Monty saved me, my confidence had been really shook, man. Like the reality is like I had just shut down a business I built with my bare hands over 3 years. I had just lost a relationship that I was in that I thought was like the best thing ever. And, obviously now looking back, it's different. I just lost a friend, and it was my first time being absolutely alone for Christmas. Like, that's a lot of like, hey, have your confidence taken this today? Like,
Yeah.
how about this?
Suck at confidence.
Yeah, like how strong can you truly be? And it really takes a moment, right, of self-reflection to understand the confident or the confidence you need to wake up every day. Like to get
Yeah.
up and go do the shit that you have to do as a man. Like, we literally have done 3 podcasts basically in 3 nights to ensure that we're doing this. And man, I love hanging out with you, and I love the podcast, but like I got shit to do, in my
Oh,
life.
I know. Well, and it's just like one of those things where we never want this part of it to turn, this to turn into work, because this is fun. This is pretty fun. And do we get paid to do this? No. But we still do it because um it's making a difference. It seems like for people for various reasons, and it would suck to let those people down. And with all the technical difficulties and the CIA or whoever the fuck's messing with our shit,
3-letter agency.
yeah, somebody,
Insert here.
yeah, like we have to keep going, right? We have to keep pushing forward. Otherwise, we're gonna let people down. Like,
Yeah,
I already got text messages today. Yo, hey, what the fuck happened? Why is there no podcast today? I'm like, see, what had happened was,
so you're not gonna hold my beer real quick and let me explain this to you, right?
yeah,
But
exactly.
I think also too on that note, right? So when you have a confidence shot like that, I'm sure you've had your own. You just don't talk about them openly, which is fine, right? But I would
My,
reference like when you left playing baseball in high school as a huge confidence kick.
yeah, it was. And then I think the biggest confidence kick I've had was really like getting out of the Marine Corps.
That's fair. Yeah.
That's a huge confidence kick, because you go from like hero to zero, like at warp speed. Like,
Yeah.
you get home and you realize nobody fucking cares.
At all those
Nobody fucking cares.
thank you for their services thing was just because they saw somebody in a uniform, and they just wanted to show their neighbors that they care, right, for that
Yeah.
moment,
Well, and
which is fun.
thank you for your service. Like, I appreciate that, but that doesn't pay the bills either.
No.
And it's really hard to get a job coming back at 22 or 23
Mm-hmm.
and not having any fucking job history since you're 18, except for fucking
Military service, yeah.
yeah,
Like, at least it's really weird because like everybody, you have all the vet bros like, oh, you weren't combat vet, you're not a real vet, fuck you. I'm a combat vet, served in 2 wars, whether or not you want to call that, fought in conflict, literally fought in combat in 2 wars. And what did it get me when I got home? When I was 22, when I got home, sorry, I take that back. When I got out of the Marine Corps, 24. It was 24 when I got out of the Marine Corps. I came out of the Marine Corps after being a vehicle commander that led men into combat and was responsible for over $1 million worth of gear and lives. And the best job that I could get was an assistant manager at a Goodyear.
yeah.
Like,
That was the thing too. Is like, and like me, like I'm not a combat vet, right? I'm not considered a combat vet. But I still went all over the world, did just countless fucking workups and all kinds of different shit in different countries that,
mhm.
and that whole time I was, you know, I was SOG, I don't know how many times. Like, we did all the guard drills. Like, I was the ACP fucking SOG. Like,
Wait, hold
like
on,
I
hold
was
on. We have to remember that we have civilians.
right. So ammo supply point where the ammo is, like all the tank rounds, all the grenades, all the freaking
All the
ammo,
boom boom.
all the boom boom stuff. I mean, I had to rack around on a freaking full bird Army colonel because he wasn't on an access roster. Like I was like, I'll shoot you, old man. Swat, you know, like
Yeah. What
taking
is
a rifle from a fucking PFC that just about shit himself. But like we have different experiences, right? But still, in like my shit, I was doing like high level, like I was like an adjutant basically. So I was doing all kinds of like kick people out of the Marine Corps, keep these people in. This person goes to a med board, like this type of stuff that like had an effect on people's lives and benefits in the future. When I got out, I couldn't get a job anywhere.
Yeah.
Like I landed a job as like a GS5 at the VA doing like vehicle scheduling. Like I accidentally got that job. Like I thought I was applying for like the driver job. I was gonna be like driving a bus. Like,
yeah, I mean, and so for everybody, you know, SOG means Sergeant of the Guard. So you're responsible for all the men that are on watch or whatnot, right? So it's interesting because, like, you know, you get home, and you go from having BAH and BAS, which help you make less than poverty levels,
yeah,
sort of, right? Depending on where you're stationed, and then you get out, and you don't have those things, and there's no transition plan, and like they're like, oh, here's all these veteran friendly companies that want to hire you, and you're like, cool, I could, like, Home Depot will hire me without even asking a question to stock shelves at $10 an hour.
nope.
Bitch, I can't live on $10 an hour.
Yeah, but the thing was, they didn't hire either. Like I was like
No.
Home Depot, I was like McDonald's, like anywhere that would take me.
Yeah, I mean that's what I was too. Like, luckily I had experience in the tire world. So.
You know what fucking got me the job?
Hmm.
Confidence.
Oh, I think so.
I walked out of the interview and I was like, all right, well, it was like a Friday. I was like, all right, well, I'll talk to you Monday. And they were like, no. Like we don't know. Like we still have people to interview. They called me Monday.
Well, that's what got me my job currently as a senior PM, right? I wasn't a senior PM when I got hired on, but you know, my boss did an interview and I had 3 job offers on the table for a project management role. And I let him know, I'm like, hey, by the way, just want to let you know up front, like I'm making a decision Friday on where I'm going to work next. And so we started talking, and he's like, well, can we meet for lunch on Wednesday? This is like Monday. And I was like, yeah, sure, dude. Like, I'm super unemployed. Like, I'm watching Game of Thrones, getting caught up. Like, I ain't got shit going on, man.
Watch my programs.
Well, I don't really care. I might go to the gym. I was living in the townhome at the time.
I go to the bar.
And I might just wake up tomorrow with a morning beer, and then I might finish that off with a Bloody Mary or something, like, you know, like whatever, dude. I'm like, I don't care.
Dealer's choice.
Yeah. And we went to, I told him that, and I was like, I'm just being upfront and honest. This is where I'm at. This is what's going on in my life. And I have to make a choice because I kind of need to pay some bills, right? Like, that's a real thing. And he was like, okay, cool. So he calls me 10 minutes later, and he's like, I rearranged my schedule. Let's go to lunch today. You want to go to lunch? I was like, sure. Where you live? Or he's like, where are you at? I'm like, I'm in Harriman. He's like, I'm in Sandy. Sweet. Met at Iggy's. Sat down.
That's a name I have not heard in ages.
Right. The one in South Jordan. So I met him at Iggy's in South Jordan. We didn't talk about work at all one time. He was like, what do you do in your free time? I was like, well, I organized a, veteran anti-suicide ruck march. Hang out with my friends. We try to make our friends not kill each other or kill themselves. Also each other. Valuable lessons
it's
today.
One of the same.
Yeah. And then I said, I tell me about the company. And he's like, I'm not here to talk about the company. You can just research it if you really want to. But this is, what life is like. And I'm here to see whether or not you're capable of carrying complex projects out. And like, you walked in here, you told me on the phone that you look like the dude from Vikings, like you are what a Viking looks like in modern day thought, right? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, you didn't care, you didn't hide your tattoos, you just told me the truth up front, and you just walked in here like you owned the place. And I was like, yeah, well, I mean, what's the worst thing that happened? You tell me that I don't get your job and I have to take one of the other ones?
Right.
right? But I was set up in a situation because I'd worked my ass off so hard. But I also am confident in almost everything that I do. I'm not
Well,
confident in things that I don't know.
it could have just been a magnificent bluff
Well, yeah,
that you had
could.
other job offers and that you were going to decide.
Yeah.
What he didn't know.
Yeah. But when he left, he sent me a text. He said, "You'll have a job offer in 15 minutes." And I had a
Yeah.
job offer in 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think confidence is like, it's so important. And even if you're, got one of those kicked in the nuts moments where your confidence is a little low, I mean, even if you just fake it, fake it till you make it, like
Mhm.
you'll get your confidence back. It's like Ricky Bobby, man. You just have to learn how to go fast again.
Yeah, that's it, man.
Sometimes it
Like,
takes a cougar in the car. Sometimes it takes a kilo of Colombian Bam Bam that ends up being, Cheerios or whatever underneath your car.
yeah, I mean, something like, and it's also interesting, right? For a lot of the people who listen, like, I think most people that listen have a different type of confidence for each of them, and it suits them when it needs to. But like, to be a man, you actually need to be confident. And so there's also in confidence with men, it's how you approach, your partner or a potential partner as you are a suitor. So we all know that my biggest pet peeve is people who are like, "I'm a great guy. You just like walk past me and I'm scum compared to the dudes that you're chasing." Do you know why that women chase bad dudes, like bad boys? Because they don't fucking care. They have confidence. They exude confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why women choose to continue in those kind of relationships that are probably not healthy? It's not they know that it's not a good relationship, but that dude is confident and they know that he will take care of them if they're in a fight. They know that he'll protect them. And if you're meek or meager or you don't have confidence, whatever term you want to use, you, they're not gonna come flocking to you. They don't give a fuck. Like nobody cares. Like there's a time when confidence is not needed, for sure.
No,
I
yeah.
haven't found it yet.
Yeah, I mean, there's a difference between like being confident and
Being
being
cocky.
like, yeah, being cocky or being an asshole. And like the line is very thin. It's like that, that thin line between being a genius and a retard.
Hmm.
That's hard R. That's the difference right there
Yeah.
between being cocky and being confident. And,
Puka Shell's necklace is not confident, so
bro, it
you'll
used
know.
to be. It used to be.
I mean, we all had them.
It used to be.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
fine.
Kids are dressing up like us now. We talked about this
It's super fucking weird.
for
Um,
Spirit Week.
yeah.
We should do a Spirit Week on the podcast.
Dude,
Should
I
do.
don't even know if I could find Puka. You wouldn't even see Puka Shells with me. I don't even think I
No,
have a neck anymore, bro.
just turn sideways to show your
It's
puka
like,
shells.
hey, look.
Hey, look.
I mean, I could definitely like bleach the tips of my dreads so that way everybody's
Ding, 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 ding.
so.
Just put puka shells in your beard, dude.
Oh, that I mean, I'm in on that. That's fine.
Like you just pillaged a Hawaiian village.
I'm in. I think, dude, I think confidence is also so real in success,
Yeah.
right? Like, cause you like in that quote that I wrote, in my memoirs that I'm making that nobody's gonna ever read, which is fine. Well, I mean, I have like these moments of clarity, like really awesome thought, and I read them. I always write them down, and some of them don't make sense, and some of them I'm refined, and some of them become really good. And I don't share them with anybody except for one or two. Um, but like, you're gonna have heartache and strife and obstacles in life every single fucking day, right? Like, it doesn't change. Like, you wake up and you got to deal with some bullshit
Like,
at work.
yeah.
But like today, I mean, I'll give an example. Today I had an engineer tell me, like, he's a senior engineer. He told me, he was like, "I need you to tell me what to do," and I'm like, "I'm a project manager, dude. Do the fucking job that you said that you're gonna do." Like,
You're an engineer.
I'm like, "I don't do engineering tests. You don't do PM tests. You tell me what we create a schedule and we build it out. Like, you just do it." And I literally wanted to reach through the phone and be like, "Dude, you're being a dick for no reason right now.
What the shit, bro?
Yeah, we got work to do, and I'm not trying to do extra work I'm just trying to do the work that needs to be done, and it needs to be done right the first time. So just do it right. And if you need me to do your job for you, then I'm going to remove you from the project, right? That's
Mhm.
you have to have the confidence to be able to take on bullshit like that, right? Did I allow it to ruin my day? No, not at all, because I have other things in my life that are more important than that. But I'm confident in my decision making ability that whether it's wrong or right, I will overcome it because of my past.
Right.
And if you don't have a past that you've overcome, let's say you're addicted to meth or you have a coke problem, right? You got to stand up for yourself and you got to figure that out. We have so many friends that are too proud to admit that they have a fucking problem. All of us do. That they're
Mhm.
dealing with something, right? And we're confident enough in who we are to openly discuss our issues with each other as brothers. And like that goes with our crew for the most part, right?
Yeah, just jump on the bitch gripe and complaint line and figure it
Yeah.
out.
We're just gonna fucking pull up some beers and let you fucking chat.
Yeah,
Like not a big
exactly.
deal. And then, you're gonna get sauced and you're gonna feel better about your conversation and you're gonna move on. Like that's a real thing that we do. And so like when you're dealing with your inner turmoil of how confident or not confident you could be or are,
Mhm.
you have to look at what you've gone through, what heartaches, what strifes have you overcome, and then when you start counting those things, right, you start to build this like mountain of shit that you've already climbed, and then you can look down and say, "Oh fuck, dealing with an engineer acting like a child today is not a problem."
Yeah,
You can say,
it's a Tuesday.
It's like, oh, okay, well, that's not a problem that I got to worry about. You know what I do got to worry about? I got to worry about XYZ. I got to be strong for my partner. Whether that partner is a more masculine dude or female than you or whatever. If they're a Ferris wheel, it doesn't fucking matter. You've got to be confident so that way you can take care of them and do the pieces in your role with them, right?
Right.
You've got to be strong. You've got to, and it's probably even more than just confidence. Like in order to be a man with a good mental health space, you got to be strong-willed.
Yeah. Will is definitely a big part of it because even take for instance like the meadery, we've been kicked down so many times,
I'm
but
just,
the confidence and the will not to fucking fail, and I think the people that we've surrounded ourselves with too in doing it is a big portion too to keep pushing forward because it
yeah,
seems like when people are having a bad day trying to get this thing going, like somebody's always like, all right, well, let's do this, or let's take a step back and attack it from a different, let's flank this bitch, like, you know what I mean, like
yeah.
there's always some kind of input that'll make it a little bit better.
Would you say that will
And
and confidence go hand in hand?
uh yeah,
Think
it
about it.
seems it seems like it, yeah, because
Yeah,
you have the will, the will not to fail, right? And that kind of gives you the confidence, whether it's false confidence or not,
yeah.
it's confidence.
And I think that's a real piece to, men's mental health is like in today's society, we run into a situation often
Yeah.
where people don't have the will to succeed. They're like, "Oh, somebody said something and it hurt my feelings." Bitch, who cares? Life doesn't fucking care. Do you think that the life on earth cares if a bird dies? No, it doesn't.
No.
Do you think life on earth cares if a human dies? That the only life that cares about the human is the people that were close to that human. And then
Hmm.
in a few years, they're forgotten. Right? You have
It's
moments of memories with them, but like they're not on your mind.
like eventually it's gone.
Yeah, like you fade out unless you're like, Augustus Caesar, right? Or Marcus Aurelius or fucking Hercules. Like
Yeah.
even Odin was forgotten for a long time. Like I mean, come on. Like these are like pillars of society.
Yeah, it's the whole damn religion. But it's curious because, yeah, you're right. Like, past, our kids, our grandkids aren't going to remember too much of us, right? Uh, Depending on how long we live and how
Mine
long.
might. Mine might. I got an early start.
Well, you did get an early start, but who knows? Who knows how much or how much impact you'll actually be able to have, right?
Right.
Um, like I know that my kids will be able to remember, my mom and dad for quite a while,
Mhm.
but like past the grandkids, that's it. If that
Yeah,
like after their memories of of you fade, that's it. Your
yeah. I mean,
your presence is gone.
yeah. Like so. So you have to have a will to overcome adversity and the confidence to follow the will, or is it the confidence to have a will to overcome things? Which is first, right? Like, what is it? And you really like seriously, you look at the world today,
Hmm.
right? And you're like, holy shit, dude. The the truth is that most of the people out there that are videoed and taped and recorded in these fights and these like dumb things, they don't have a will. They have no allegiance to anything except for how many followers do I have and how many likes do I get.
Yeah,
Uh,
but the fucked up thing is there's a record of them now.
well, there's a
There's a digital record of them now.
well, I mean, we did touch on this in a podcast that is gone, but technology does decrease testosterone levels in men.
It does, but that's not what we're talking about. If we're talking about, that small little footprint that you left,
Yeah.
those assholes are gonna have a footprint.
So
Um,
here's the thing to piggyback off that and then also reflect on your new statement. So in the past we haven't had the technology really to show videos of our grandparents. We
or we
have
did and it's gone.
well, I mean, there's that too. Well, no, I don't think my grand. I think it was before that. It's
Well,
like
yeah, that's what I
well
mean.
before.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but for our grandparents, right? Um, like I have a recording. I never met my grandpa, but I have a recording of him talking. And that's the only time I've ever heard my grandpa because he died when my dad was 9, right?
Oh, okay.
So I have no understanding of him. My mom's dad, um, I remember him. He used to cut my hair all the time. The girls remember him, but like he died. So like you now have video of him, right? But in the future, now we have a cloud presence that has all of our shit permanently forever.
Not me,
So if
bro. I don't trust it. It's gone.
no, you this is where it's at, right?
No, fuck
So
that.
like so like your kids may introduce their kids to these podcasts, and maybe these podcasts mean something over time. And they're gonna know who their great grandfather was. That's a difference, though.
Yeah, that's terrifying.
I'm
If
okay
this
with
is
them remembering me as a fun, driven, confident man who helped others. I'm okay with that. Who's also an idiot.
yeah, Grandpa, you know, he was a jackass, yeah, but he had a nice
It's
head of
weird.
hair.
It's weird. It's weird to fuck you.
I was talking about me, not you.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so it's weird to me to think that I'm gonna possibly be a grandpa next year. Isn't that weird?
Why would it be next year? Is there something that
Because
I don't know about?
they're trying.
Oh, you better put a ring on it first.
Uh, She's married. My oldest is married.
Oh yeah, that's right. Forgot about that. Fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Forgot.
Yeah. So that's a weird conversation to have. Back to the men's mental health part though, because we do this a lot where we
Well, I mean,
tangent.
you got like confidence, you got will, and then you got legacy, right? So
So like they all play hand in hand. You can't have a legacy if you're not confident and you don't have the willpower to overcome
yeah, small shit.
somebody. Yeah, like
I mean, meeting a chick.
yeah, or a barista fucking up your cup of coffee. There's a song actually that I absolutely love by Julian Moon called "Cup of Coffee." and she literally sings in it. It's just a fucking cup of coffee, lady. Is it really gonna make your day if I don't, or ruin your day if I don't make it exactly your way? Did you walk in on your, or did your dog die? Did you catch your husband in the act? Like, it's just a fucking cup of coffee, lady.
Gotta have that mocha chocolate bullshit, bro.
Yeah. And it's funny because you look at it and like that's a true statement. But people allow that shit to overcome their life because they don't have the confidence just to fucking move past.
Yeah, maybe we should just put a pin in legacy, and it should carry over to another podcast.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we still have about 25 minutes.
No, I know, but I mean, it's. I guess.
I think legacy is probably a big conversation.
Yeah, I was gonna say because that's like, it's one of those things that has to do with like confidence for sure, and then it has to do with, I think, it has to do with kind of like
the family nucleus and growing and creating that path. No?
Yeah, and it definitely has like some conceited aspects to it because you worry about your legacy, and you know you don't want your kids to be a bunch of fuck asses. So
Yeah.
we've talked about that a little bit, but that's part of your legacy too. So I don't know, it might be a little bit more.
We should let's put a pin in it. Let's do episode 37 as legacy.
All right.
I'm in on that. So now foreshadowing.
Dun dun dun.
Now we have to fucking write it down though.
I did.
Okay, good. We do have a good VOC After Dark coming up next week with the Silver Fox. So that'd be good. That'll be your weekly piece. But just understand if it says VOC After Dark, it's 21 and up. It's better that way.
Yeah. I mean, most of these are 21 and up, but those are really 21 and up.
I can't control what happens when people put whiskey in their mouth and they start thinking about whatever they're fucking thinking about.
Whatever. Yeah. So let's see. We have a couple things left, right?
Yeah, we do. We talked about the ice shield.
We did.
What do you think it is? Do you think it's really a base? Do you think it's a base?
I think it's a shit box on ice. So that means that there has to be way more below than above. That's my thoughts.
Okay. So it's probably a dome.
Yeah. And
underground military base.
And it's far enough inland where they're definitely under the ice.
Oh yeah. Like for sure.
They're under the ice.
Yeah. And I think that if you really get into the middle of Antarctica, I bet you it's not fucking icy.
No. Well, I mean, looking at the stuff that they do show you, there's no ice on some of the beaches. There's no ice in some of the land. There's no snow. So I'm like, why are you still hiding stuff from us? Why don't you just fucking come out with it? It's what's your problem? It's pretty frustrating. It's like, really, you have Antarctica, even on Google Maps and all this shit, as a big white piece. And we know it's not all white.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, come on, quit it. It's like somebody being like, hey, I'm going to go to Iceland and it's going to be full of ice. We got past that now. Like, it's green.
Like,
it's green as fuck.
Guys. Yeah.
Come on. Like,
we could do better.
Do better, map makers.
Just do better, world people.
In general. Deep state people. Calm down.
Yeah. So we're going to Texas.
We are. Right before this podcast, we figured out what the dates are.
Yes. Apparently, we have figured things out. Now I'm trying to figure out whether I'm buying a ticket or not. That was a very confusing text message for me.
He's hooking you up.
I had no idea about this. I hadn't asked or even spoken about it.
Well, I did. I said, hey, man, can you hook a dude up? Because he is super poor right now because there's a building that he spends more time on than he does at his house.
Talking about you?
Yeah.
Well, no, I know that you were getting hooked up, but I didn't talk to anybody about getting hooked up.
I think he just took it over and just was like, hey, I'll get both the boys down here. So that's cool.
That's pretty neat. I'm down.
I'm all about that minimal 99 for a flight.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go down to Texas. We're gonna go to Deep Ellum. Again, that was a cool place. We're gonna go to Sweetwater Barn Grove.
Yeah, something like that.
Sweetgrass.
Sweetwater.
grass?
It's Sweetwater.
Is it? Because we have a Sweetwater County here. No, we have a Sweetgrass County. We have something that's the same way, but close.
Stillwater.
We have Stillwater and Sweetgrass. That's what it is. I live in Stillwater County.
I know.
Me too. Right. So now everybody knows. CIA already knows where I'm at anyway. So
yeah, they already got you fucking pinpointed, and it's not just a white speck on a map.
Yeah. They just marked me with a big giant beard. It's fine.
Yeah. Fuck.
So we it's fair. So we got the travel down there. We're gonna hang out. I'm excited because this is your first guest appearance on a podcast, yeah?
Yeah. Every time on this podcast is my first guest appearance on a podcast.
No. I think that we're at the point now.
Go.
Well, okay, there's that, but that's just because we're as they say, agile.
Loose cannons. Loose cannons
Yeah,
is what that is.
For sure. Oh yeah. Free form and free thought. We're gonna be joining the Truth, Tall Tales, and Whiskey podcast with Martin Antonio and Michael Summers.
Yeah.
By the way, Martin Antonio does the intro song. Michael Summers does the outro song.
Yeah. I wonder what that's going to be like.
I think it's going to be Q&A about mead.
It might be. It might go off the rails too.
I'm going to do that. And you are too. That's just who we are. They're going to have a structure. We're going on a professional podcast and we're going to be like Step Brothers. We're here to fuck shit up.
Dude, we're going to be Miley Cyrus on that wrecking ball.
Bro, for real. I mean, it's a real moment.
I'm going to take my pants off.
I'm going to wear a tuxedo.
I'm going to wear a new cowboy hat because we're going to the
wear
outlet.
A tuxedo too.
I'm not renting a tuxedo. Fuck. I'll wear like a tuxedo t-shirt.
I'm in. I'll get a tuxedo t-shirt.
Or we could just wear like bearded Viking shirts. We could do that too.
I feel like tuxedo t-shirts with a BVMC logo on them would be great. Like the tie is just the logo.
Right. It's got your face on the tie.
Yeah, something. Yeah. I think that'd be pretty dope. So we're gonna go hang out with them. We're staying a little bit longer because last time it was really kind of a turn and burn, and I'm pretty sure that I consider that a long-term bender.
Yeah, I think you puked a lung up last time.
No, you did. I didn't puke.
Oh,
I wanted to.
No, you did something in there.
I hacked up a lung from smoking.
Yeah, you were
before I quit.
Special.
And then I tried to like piss your brother off enough that he was gonna shank me in a business meeting while we're drunk.
Makes sense.
By business meeting, it wasn't a business meeting.
It wasn't a business meeting. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. Nothing good happens after 3 o'clock. At 3 o'clock in the morning, you just get really fucking tired for the next day.
Right.
And then I'm pretty sure Bond's got some other cool shit lined up for us. Tro's got us hooked up, so that'd be good.
We're staying for like a week. Why are we staying so long?
Why are you worried? Enjoy the trip. I'm gonna see if I can get some hog hunting done.
Fuck that.
Why? It's perfect temperature down there.
That is
55 degrees.
Based off of your experience and Tom's experience.
No.
We're doing it. Fuck all of that.
We're doing it for free.
Still
what?
For free. Based off of your two's experiences going down hog hunting, that can lick the under part of my ball sack.
I have no idea. I didn't see any. At least I saw them the first day.
It sounds like Tom spent time in a sauna.
Yeah, well, he was like, I'm gonna go hunting in fucking July. I was like, why the fuck would you go to Texas?
They're gonna drop me off in a blind and forget about me for 9 hours.
Yeah, man, I would have got out and walked around. I would have been like, I can't do this shit. Like you can literally only like that has serious porta shitter fucking flashbacks from Iraq and Kuwait.
Yeah,
fuck that.
Yeah.
Like I don't know how anybody was able to go in there and fire off some knuckle children. Like I have no idea because like I would go in Kuwait, I would be like, it was like 125 or 130 degrees outside. And it was like, all right, well, the body's being a dick because I had coffee and a cigarette. And then you'd go in and it was like, no, man. I just sweat out all of the things that were holding that together. I've been in
bring,
here for 10 seconds.
Bring your Sharpie.
Yeah, don't even like you had to. I got to the point where I had like a little fan thing, like those little fucking portable fans, just to fucking keep the fucking sweat off my brow enough to figure out what I was
That's the
doing.
bougiest like porta shitter thing I've ever heard of, is a fucking your own personal fan.
I have no idea why the vents are up so high.
So the shit smell goes over your head.
That's great, but like if you're in the fucking desert, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it just smells like shit. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, so I digress. Yeah.
What? We got
what?
off track?
That's weird. So we got that coming up. We got the grand opening for the meadery coming up this year. Fucking weird to say.
This year.
I said this year. I'm not putting dates out there anymore.
Could be December.
Fuck. It's just one of those things. I didn't give any meadery updates. Dude, we got a heater installed today.
I saw that. It was really big. No, you talked about it.
Not today. I talked about it with us.
But... No, you talked about it like briefly, like because I asked you if you felt like less of a man because they were up there doing like man shit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And you were just watching, taking pictures.
And then I said I set the sink.
I'm just gonna take some pictures.
I was just like, whatever, dude. I'm paying you to do the job that you guys are doing efficiently. So, like, that's great.
There's no struggle on your behalf.
Because I would have struggle bust that shit real hard, like. But yeah, so we got that all done. In essence, all we have left is we've just got to have. There's three main things that have to happen for people to hang out in the meadery, and that is the plumbing and electrical fixtures, the final pieces. They're all to be tied together. So that's one piece. We got to get the well re-drilled, and we got to get a septic system.
This fucking dog is killing me, dude. He's just chilling. He's leaning against the desk. He's like, dude, I'm hungry.
He's like,
what the fuck?
Why are we not here yet?
Why are we not eating? Why are we not eating food?
Why? All right. Well, I think that's got everything that I've got to cover. What shout outs you got this week?
I don't have any shout outs.
You want to shout out
No
anybody?
shout outs. I'll shout out like Donnie.
Donnie?
Because I haven't heard from Donnie in like 3 weeks. He hasn't texted. He hasn't called.
Rude.
He hasn't sent me a oh god. You almost took everything. Ha! And we're back.
Okay.
He hasn't called. He hasn't texted. He hasn't jumped into my DMs. Nothing.
Rude.
I know.
Super rude.
Oh.
I'll tell Turnbuckle what's up for you.
Yeah. Fucking
call him out on his shit.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So you'll shout out Donnie. I'm gonna shout out John Hook. He told me a story about ghosts that I was gonna tell you that happened to him.
Are we gonna talk about that?
Yeah. Some Tommy Knocker real life weird, really ghosty shit.
A new Tommy Knocker one?
Yeah, one that happened like last Wednesday.
Ooh. All right, I'm excited.
So I'm gonna shout out Hook, and I haven't shouted out to our girl Amber Luke's out there in California. So for a bit, Amber, thanks for
holding it down in the Golden State.
Definitely fighting off all the things that are there for sure. So shout out to those folks. I think we should probably do a call out to our sponsors. Thanks, Bearded Viking, for doing Bearded Viking things for us. Super cool of you. Boss Graphic Design. In case you guys don't know, it's the boat that actually owns Boss Graphic Design. So call him. Call him whatever you want. I don't really care. Make sure you, if you hit him up and you heard this on the podcast, discount code BUD, BUD.
Yeah. You'll get the same pricing as normal.
He'll probably raise the price because I said that.
Probably.
But no, if you really do reach out to him, it's awesome. He's if you follow the Bearded Viking Instagram account, Bearded Viking Mead Co. He's on there under Boss Graphic Design as one of the followers. But just hit him up. He's also under boat_BVMC. If you need some shit designed, he could definitely do some good shit for you. So I recommend him highly, not just because he's part of this company, but because he's made some amazing logos, from Utah Fast, who's a good friend of mine, to Rogue Industries,
Wingers.
Wingers, Big O
Big O
Tires,
Tires. Yeah.
Bearded Viking Mead Company, VOC, all of it. Like he's
He
killing
is
it.
your
He's
local
really killing it.
graphics guy.
Yeah. Just give him free thought and then tell him to not Mexican it. And you're good.
Perfect.
Yep.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. And then I think the final one that I want to shout out to is that bearded bro trucker guy down in Salt Lake.
He bros down.
He does. He's
With a
the
beard
bro. He's
and
only
a
one
truck.
bro. Yeah, Optimus.
It's bearded
Optimus Prime.
bro.
Yeah. So give Nate a call. Just Google it. I think that we could do hey, here's the thing. Put the thing here, boat, as a thing.
Just put it in my hand.
Put it in my hand. I want to see editing magic. No, if you're watching YouTube, I'm sure that we can get you. There's a link that's gonna pop up right now.
No pressure, boat.
No, none. Not a link, but a slide or something. So reach out to Nate for your hauling needs. He hauls rock, guns, ammo, chemicals, probably dead bodies. Not really quite sure. So there's that. Yeah.
Hauls ass.
Definitely. So, yeah, I think that's it, man. This is a wrap. That's another great podcast. Not as cool as last week, but still pretty awesome.
Yeah.
To those who are listening, the ice shield is a shit base, and you need to do better.
And we're already 11 episodes in to
this year,
to this season.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're only in January.
Yep.
So we got time.
Yeah. So don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. We want to try to get there. Do it on YouTube. Do it on Spotify. Do it on wherever you're doing it. Share it with your friends. Like, we're trying to build our community. As always, we are not men's mental health professionals. We just advocate for it. And don't kill yourself. It's dumb. Life's better. Yeah, life's better. So, with that being said, I have an empty glass. I am Vico the Bearded One.
I have a full cup of water. And I'm the Arnold. Stay weird, dude.
Cheers, motherfucker. That's pretty neat. How do you do that?
Your mind was made up once you walk through the door.